15 curve mag on this. And the smallest you gotta go with 7 curve mag. But the 15 and the 7 should do just the job. Not to even use our 7 for the words, since it's gonna be like colored and bold. Right now, y'all, we're just taking the dark gray, going around the Sirius. I dipped it in the black, let into my own gray, get that darker gray. We're just structuring the letters out. And then we're gonna come in with something like lighter gray and also some blue to help it stand out. I'm mainly gonna put the blue in the sole. The Sirius mostly gonna be gray. But I'm making sure I got a dark tone to kind of hold it together. You don't want it to fall apart. And I use a dark blood red, dry blood red on the outside. So it ain't strictly black. We're trying to stay away from the black and keep it like some soft but bold tones. I want it to be too hard. Got the chin with the purple, the dark purple. And so far we just been using the 7 curve mag. At the bottom I used a little my 15 curves, so we're gonna be using 2 needles on the whole tattoo. Unless I really have to switch out for my yellow. I don't want my yellow to be dirty, so if I have to, I'll go back to another 7 curve mag. Stretch this out. And right by the teeth, like right now I'm trying to saturate this to make sure this bold on the outside. Around the teeth, I just barely tapped it. Because you got to go in there with yellow. So I ain't want to make that saturated and work the skin up too much down that area. You're going to dab in the black, a little into the gray. We're going to kind of structure out this outside, even though we're going to put green on the outside as well. So I might just come down on the outside with the darker green. But in the middle, of course, it's going to be darker gray. It always be the darker green for the structure out the hair out and the Y. So let's go into our darker green. Start structuring the hair. We already started hitting some of the green. We're about to finish on. I'm gonna start with the light green. Reason being because I don't want like. Matter of fact, how I say I normally go with the light and then build up with the build up to the dark, so it's easy to blend out black in. But like yellow, that's the only thing I don't prefer to start with the lights, because yellow I leave for last. It's easy to get muddied up. So we're gonna start with some light greens, start going back with some darker greens. Yeah, most definitely. Keep knocking this green in. Like I said, we kind of brushing it in, not fully saturating itself directly in the middle. We can saturate the middle. But towards the edges, we just brushing it to open the skin up. And then we're going to come back on top, of course, with our darker green. Structure the whole thing out. And don't forget constant small circles when packing in that color. So this is basically the approach I do like when doing all color. We're going to go with them lights because we ain't going to put our blacks down first. We're going to go on top of this with our darker greens and stuff like that. Basically building up them tones. Same thing with black and gray. Start with light, build up to the dark. Unless you know for sure it's dark. So yep, we start our light colors, build up. And green is one of them colors that's not going to really get dirty. We ain't got too much around it to get it dirty with. That's why we going fully in with our green. I'm about to get to the darker green. Well, before I go full dark green, I'm just going to go with the regular green that we got, the darker green that we got. And then I'm going to add a little black into it. Brush across it with this green. Then we're going to add a little black to this green to darken up these edges. And it always depends on your situation. Sometimes I go from dark color to light color. Sometimes light to dark. In this case, it's a cool color, so I could go from light to dark. If it was a warm tone, it would be more like dark to light. Mainly with color like yellow, I always apply colors like yellow last. Alright, see it's starting to structure out. But I'm going to definitely come back with that darker green for these edges. So building up your light tones and then your darks, it just make it that much easier. to blend your dark tones in because the skin is already kind of open. You don't want to saturate it too much in the beginning because you still got room to add your shadows. That's what's going to really set it apart, so that it's the hair from the head, the face. So I'm going to dip into the green and I'm going to just dab in our black. Because our black is not, we never using that as pure black. We only using this for like a mix to get a darker color. So now this is a mix. This is our darker green. Just the same green, but we dip it into the black to get that darker tone. Definitely set it apart. And just so y'all know, I put out 2 greens. 1 green for my basic light tone and 1 green to mix with my black. Just so you know, so don't use your same green. And y'all see how we putting that darker green on top? It make it a lot easier. We don't have to do as much saturating as we did with the light green, because we already kind of worked it up and opened the skin a little bit, so it's easier to receive that darker tone. We're gonna go back in there, darken that up a little bit more. Probably darken a little of these edges. Add some more light green up in there where that light spot at. Cause remember, when it heal, you want it to definitely stand out. You don't want it to be too soft. So we ain't going too hard either. So we're trying to still keep it soft. That's why we ain't using no straight black. Straight black, it would have been a lot easier just to go boom, boom, color it in. You're gonna kind of take that same approach for all the top parts that's in the hair, and I might even come back with some darker green just to make it look like more strands of hair, kind of, just to give it a little more texture in there. But yeah. Alright, y'all, so we know our dark green gonna be kind of right here in this middle. This is why I will line that for our dark green. Gonna structure that line out, know where that's at, and just start hitting around it with our light. Trying to stay in that middle. Leave a little space for our darker green on the edges. Alright, y'all, now what we doing? I'm just basically creating little textures in the hair. Even though it's a wide, just making some of the textures to still give it like a feel for hair. Which you can look at it and see that, you know, it's hair on top of his head. Keep that solid though, solid. I know that green was gonna be solid, that blue solid. Alright, now just put a little purple into the yellow I have, and it's like almost like a golden color. But it's not too dark just yet, so we about to just brush across. I'll definitely have to go a little bit darker to get a separation in between the teeth. The ha-has. And mind you, this is just the purple that we going into our second cap of yellow with. It's getting our little gold look. I was gonna go with the brown, but then I thought about it, you know, purple and yellow kind of make that brown. We were just kind of dabbing in it. Oh, you can still use your phone basically. Like so you could be on TikTok and stuff on there?
Well, no.
I was about to say, that's crazy. I got a feel in the future they probably make it like that. Probably already got the idea for doing it, but holding back. Like they did the iPad. Like yes. They said they had the iPad been ready, but it came out with the phone first. They said they had the iPad ready before they did their own iPods. They're structuring the ha-has out a little bit more. I see that yellow. I'll try to do it with like a dark brown. I don't think that's gonna hold. Gonna kind of heal within the skin tone, so I'm just going with like a dark red, just brushing it so it'll be soft. I ain't trying to make them super solid because they're teeth at the end of the day. We want it to be soft. We're supposed to be making up for the teeth, not teeth. Yeah, but I know you can message and text off your phone, though. Well, I know I ain't gonna go across the whole thing. Let me change that up. Go back to our 7 curve mag because that's gonna be all our yellow, and I won't dirty it up when I go to like the brownish yellow. So I'm gonna go tooth by tooth. We could go super simple, but I'm trying to go tooth by tooth. Still give it like a realistic feel. That's why I ain't gonna go all yellow. We're gonna save the plain yellow for last. We about to go into the cap that we put our purple in with our yellow. Get our little golden look. Start with the sides and the top. And directly like in the middles, we're gonna definitely go straight yellow. We're gonna go over some of our own middle tone parts where we put the red at, that's separating the teeth. With this brown, or this kind of golden. We're going to the Super Sunday.
Yeah. Definitely
This is 15, huh?
The 17.
17. Now we about to rinse out our 15 curve. We about to go straight into the full yellow. Try to saturate this yellow down. Full yellow. Got 2 rinse cups. Once I rinse the color out, I try to dip into that second rinse cup. Make sure we clean. Now we into our colors. I always say we not really try to make it to where we depend on our yellow, because the teeth still structured out to say what it's supposed to say. So if the yellow hold good, it's good. But if not, we're just gonna depend on the skin tone. It's gonna still say what it say. That's just like using white ink. Don't depend on the white ink. If it work, it work. If not, not too much you can really do about it. If the skin push it out, some people hold it, some people don't. All you can do is do your part, saturate it, make sure you got it in there, and let the healing process work its miracles. Right, y'all, all done. So you see, move it around a little bit. Yep,